Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have the Marvel Legends Deadpool and Wolverine. I am very excited for this figure. I adored this movie. It's probably one of my favorite MCU movies of all time. Absolutely fantastic movie. And now I have the figure for the movie. Well, one of the figures, the Wolverine specifically. I don't know if I'll get that Deadpool. I don't necessarily need it. It is cool. It looks great. I like the brighter colors, but it is the same costume ultimately. So I'm not too sure if I'm gonna get my hands on that since I already have Deadpool, and money type of things. But yeah, I needed this costume. I needed this specific Wolverine. I know there's been a lot of debate and talk about this specific figure. But I don't care about any of that. I'm just happy to have what I can get. So let's get into it. Starting with the front of the box, you have this beautiful Deadpool and Wolverine style packaging, all Deadpool-ified. You have the Wolverine tape over what I would assume would be, well, that's a C, and that's an E. But that's definitely longer than cable. What else could that be? I don't know. Deadpool, that's a C, so I don't know what that could be. The Deadpool and Wolverine logo down there, of course, and window here showing you pretty much everything you get, all the nice good accessories. On the side of the box you have Wolverine one more time. Wolverine down here in all his Wolverine goodness. Looks like what's the word? Concept art of Wolverine right here. It looks fantastic. Pretty much the same art. Yeah, same person, I want to say. Yeah, very nice stuff. On the back of the box you have artwork of each of the other characters in the wave. In a way, technically, obviously we have the Deadpool and we have the Wolverine. This is an accessory that comes with a Wolverine figure, more specifically a Logan figure, street clothes Logan figure. I did see this in GameStop not too long ago, and I almost got it, but I don't need street clothes Wolverine. I already have basically the definitive version of that specific figure, so I didn't really need the version I didn't like as much just to get head pull, though I did really want to get that head pull accessory. There's some bio up here if you wanted to read it. I'm not going to, but it is right there. Wolverine on the side of the box, and now we're back to the front so we can transition to the figure. Okay, so this is pretty much all you get. Obviously, not too many accessories to go over. We'll start with the hands first. You have these nice Wolverine hands without the claws in them. These look very, very nice. Nice texturing. I do appreciate the little claw. What would you call these? I don't know. There's been like different interpretations of what these are supposed to be. Sometimes it's been said they are a tool for directing his claws to come straight out because of the way his claws work. These help to channel them to come out straight. Some people have said they're to keep the costume nice and neat. Some people have said they're just an accessory for the gloves. I don't really know what you would call them, but I appreciate the details of them being there. Then you have a fist hand, which is ultimately the same thing, same situation, textured, painted well, looking pretty decent. Then we have a nice unmasked head sculpt here of Wolverine, looking fantastic. This is a great update to the previous Wolverine head sculpts that we've had. We've had a lot of good ones, so this is just another really nice Hugh Jackman likeness in figure form. It's actually truly fantastic. This is really, really well done. The hair sculpting, the paintwork, the true FX on the face, all of that looking really, really nice. I mean, this is almost, I want to say, I don't want to say it's, oh god, what's that company? They make the really, really, like 12-inch, the really big figures that are like Hot Toys. It almost looks like a Hot Toy. It is genuinely that fantastic. Obviously, it's not as good as a Hot Toy. Hot Toys I mean, they are helped by the size, but they genuinely look uh, borderline lifelike with how fantastic they look. And this is genuinely close at a $20 price point. And then we're left with the figure itself, which, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of divisiveness with this specific figure. A lot of people are very upset at the fact that he comes with sleeves. A lot of people are upset at the fact that he's a toy. He doesn't have that highly detailed paintwork on him. He is, a little bit more simplified. It's just yellow and blue. There's no, like, dirt marks or anything like that, despite him having that throughout the movie. But let's be perfectly clear, specifically with the sleeves, he did not lose the sleeves until literally the last scene, one of the last scenes in the movie. He didn't really take all that much damage until partway through the movie. Like, we're not going to get that version of Wolverine we might get that version of Wolverine in a toy, but it's like, that's not what they're going to start with. They're going to give us the nice clean suit. Same with Deadpool. We got the nice clean Deadpool suit. And then you bring that up and people get mad at the fact that, they're just milking more money out of you, trying to sell one more toy, blah, 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 blah. It's a toy company. Their job is to make things that you buy. If you don't want this specific version of Wolverine, don't buy it. I don't understand the anger and hate just because it's lacking specific details. I don't get it. It's a $20 figure. I really don't understand the hate. I am a little frustrated to stop glazing. A little frustrated. Mine came dented. The mask is a little bent just because of the way it was put into the packaging. Not the biggest deal, of course. That is something I can, ultimately fix with time and patience and a little bit of work, maybe, if I wanted to get rid of the bend completely. But it's not the worst thing in the world, and I do really love this Wolverine mask. I do kind of want to see what it looks like on other Wolverine costumes. The yellow costume, it probably won't work just because of the texturing that's on here. It'll probably look a little wonky, but I love the size of these whatchamacallums. I love the look. I love the colors. I love the texturing on top. I love the way they brought this costume to life. Obviously, it's not a one-to-one of the comic books. That's obvious. It's a movie MCU-ified version of that costume. But we did get the yellow and blue costume. We also got the brown and yellow costume, and that one looked a lot more comic book accurate, and I was very happy that we even saw that. I was happy we saw a lot of things that we saw in the movies. This one, obviously, MCU-ified. A lot of people are upset by that fact. A lot of people get upset about a lot of things. I don't mind it. I think the MCU-ified argument is a little played out. It's not that bad. Some costumes do genuinely look a little silly when brought to the movie form, the movie format, So it's one of those things. Yes, it would be nice to see certain characters closer to the comic book character that they're playing, but I don't know. Do we really have time to care about things like this anymore? Like, the world's ending. Let's just enjoy what we get in the meantime. But yes, the nice texturing on the suit. I love the blues. I love the colors they chose for this specifically. I love the way it looks. The lines, the padding, all of this stuff, making them look very nice, very well protected. The blacks underneath. I love the detail on this side of the costume over here, the little buttons where the armor pieces would kind of clip on or screw on, I guess is how it would be. And I was going to say it looks like it's over here, but that might have just been some spit. I'm very spitty right now. You have the cool X on his belt, which is also a very fun detail. I just wish we could have seen what this X-Men team looked like, because it seems it seems fairly obvious what they're going with in the movies right now is the X-Men are obviously from another universe, but the characters we've seen have been wildly comic book accurate, with the Professor Xavier having the 90s animated wheelchair, Beast looking as accurate to the comic book counterpart as possible. This one kind of took a different approach, so it's clearly not the same team, but I still want to know what this team of X-Men looked like. It's not going to be the same team as what we've seen in like the Marvels and Doctor Strange. It's more like the MCU version of the X-Men, with the MCUified costumes. So I'm very curious what like Scott Summers looked like, Gambit, all of these characters. I'm curious what their costumes looked like. Not even the Deadpool and Wolverine versions of like Gambit, because we saw Gambit, but again, that's not the same Gambit from this guy's universe. So it's kind of complicated, but once you're in the world of comic books, this stuff is just kind of second nature. So you don't really have to think about it too much. Again, you do have the sleeves. I know people complained about the sleeves being on here, but like I said, the sleevelessness of Wolverine was literally like the last scene. So the fact that people thought we weren't going to get the sleeves is silly. I do like what I've seen of people making the customs of Wolverine without the sleeves. I think it looks fantastic, obviously. It's just not something I care too much about going and doing myself. I do like this. If I had a second version of Wolverine, maybe I would. But right now, these are actually kind of hard for me personally to find, and I don't want to buy them online. So I probably won't get a second Wolverine. If I had a second one, maybe I would go and make the effort of customizing them. It is a bit more difficult than one would assume. You have to kind of Dremel this piece out. You can see up here, it's kind of the way that's held in there, this little piece right here. There's a lot more to it than just swapping out the arms, so it's not exactly a custom I'm super interested in, but maybe, I don't know, maybe one day. So you have the sleeves going down to the gauntlets that look very, very nice, into the Wolverine claws, which are the pretty typical Wolverine claws that we've seen before. These are, I believe, the same ones we've seen on previous Wolverine movie figures. I mean, I don't know why they would be different, but they do look just as good. It looks bizarre from this angle. Look at that. It looks a little overly long. I don't know. That was a weird shot of his arms, but, you know. Arms look good. I love the padding on the side. Like I mentioned, the belt. The texturing on the pants all the way down to the boots. And the boots also look very, very nice. Very, very fun interpretation of Wolverine for the movie format. Like I said, I know people hate it. I don't mind it, and I actually love what they did with this design. And of course, we're going to see Wolverine in the comic book style one day. It's going to happen. We've seen it already with the brown and yellow suit. So just be patient. These movies are going to last our whole lifetimes. They're not going to stop making them, so we're going to see them eventually. So just patience. But yeah, I love the look of this character. I guess I can stop rambling and we can actually talk about some articulation, which I've been starting to do already. Starting with the head sculpt, let's see, you can go back to basically right there, forward to right around there. Rotates, obviously. Wiggle side to side, just like so. There we go. Arms come up to about, I want to say right there. It feels like it could do more, but it's really pushing it right there. Maybe if I gave it a fig bath, heated up the joints, it would be able to move a bit more, but that's about the limit, which is honestly a little disappointing. Maybe if I move this first, actually. No, that's actually not even hindering it at all. So yeah, nothing to do with the shoulder piece. It just doesn't want to go, unless maybe I give it some heat and help things along. Rotates all the way around like so. Swivel at the bicep. Double jointed. Pinless elbows comes up to about right there. Does have a butterfly joint. Can go forward like so, back like so. Nothing too crazy there. Almost could have done without, I think. Wrist goes in, wrist goes out, wrist goes all the way around like so. Back like so, forward like so. Very nice stuff. Add the legs into it. He can bend to about right there, which is pretty decent. Legs come up to about right there. Swivel at the waist, rotates all the way around like so. He can do the splits to about right there. Nice super kick. Swivel at the thigh, double jointed pinless knees, buttery smooth, comes up to about right there. This is a very smooth figure so far. Ankles go down, ankles go up, and swivel at the ankle. This is a very, very nice figure, except for the arms. Maybe this one. Yeah, no. Except for the arms, everything about this figure is actually really fantastic. Feels nice, articulates well, looks great. It looks movie accurate is all I need. It just looks like the movie, so very, very nice stuff. I do kind of want to try doing like a dry brush on him, like a wash, but I don't know. Last time I did the wash was on the Spider-Man from Across the Spider-Verse, and it looked okay. I don't hate the way that came out. It's just, it wasn't as good as I thought it would be, and I don't want to harm this figure. That figure I specifically bought to try paint washing. This one I bought because I wanted the figure. So I don't know if I want to, you know, test that on this guy and then ruin it and then have to deal with a ruined Wolverine figure. Then I have to go find another one. I just want to enjoy this figure. So if you guys are interested in that, maybe that's something I can try eventually. But for now, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. All the things YouTubers ask you to do, just do it for me as well. I will be back with another video, hopefully very, very soon. Bye.